first game in charge of Queen's Park Rangers. Pleased to say we're joined this morning by former QPR winger Lee Cook, who's currently playing across London at Leyton Orient. Lee, very good morning to you. Now, Harry's away with a goalless draw at Sunderland. One of the papers says he stopped the rot. Did you notice an immediate difference in the way QPR played last night?
Well, we kept a clean sheet, which was a start. Yeah, it was a good game for him for his first game last night. Sunderland away. It was a game where I think he thought, we could get something here tonight. First and foremost, he's got the team working hard, and they've kept a clean sheet and got the point. So they'll take that into Saturday's game, which I'm sure it'll be a rocking place standing off to straight Saturday. So I think he'll be more looking forward to that one.
Yeah, well, one of QPR's problems has been defending, particularly from set pieces. But they, as you said, they kept their first clean sheet away from home in more than a year. Yeah. Is that organisation defensively something that they might have been lacking a little bit?
Yeah, I think so. And maybe when the defenders will probably concentrate a little bit more, because when a new manager comes in, you're so keen to impress. The first couple of days of training, they've been running around and trying to impress them massively. So, from set pieces, your man marking or your zone, also you have to concentrate 100%, and they obviously did that last night.
And Redknapp was quick to praise his midfield, in particular Diakite and Mbaya. How much quality do you think there is in the QPR squad?
Well, Sam was a top player. I played with him last year. He's not only a powerful centre midfielder, he can actually play a bit as well. And they've got Granero, so they've got the mix in there. And Mbaya's also a strong, powerful midfielder, and he's come out and said that last night. So I think he has got the players to work with there. We're in a false position. There's no way with that squad we should be at the bottom. So I think he's gone in there, looked at it, and I'm sure he's going to be pretty confident he can try and get us out of trouble.
Speaking of that, Rob Green, not many teams down the bottom of the table that can call an England goalkeeper off the bench. What did you make of his performance?
He made a great save. Second half, probably got us the point, because maybe if it was a different keeper, he might not have saved it. He's waited patiently. He's brought Caesar in, who's been playing regularly week in, week out. He's waited for his chance, and to be fair to him, he's made a fantastic save, and all you can do is applaud him, because it must have been tough for him. He's come in as #1 keeper, on a big contract, and a lot was expected of him. So for him to be dropped after one game, it must have been difficult. But I'm sure he's going to get a run of games now and prove why he was an England goalkeeper once.
Well, scoring goals has been an issue as well, particularly with Andy Johnson and now Bobby Zamora out injured. Do you think that's an area that Harry will want to strengthen in January?
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to want to bring 2 or 3 players in. It's a big squad they got there, but he's obviously going to want to add his players to it. And I think a goal scorer is needed. I think Bobby's out for another 2 months, and AJ's out for the season. So I think that's going to be an area that is going to be a priority.
How important do you think Adel Taarabt is? There were rumours yesterday in some of the papers that Harry Redknapp is considering selling him to Manchester United. He's grown up a lot, I think, since Harry last seen him. That was 2-3 years ago, when, to be honest, his attitude was wrong. But in the last 2 years, he's stepped up to the plate. He basically single-handedly got us promoted with his goals and assists. There's no knocking his talent. It's always been his attitude, and when he loses the ball, how does he react? I'm sure Harry's going to see a different player to what he did at Tottenham. You mentioned that their league position is false. In your opinion, why do you think it didn't work under Mark Hughes this season?
Well, when I was there last year, there was a split in the camp, in the changing room. There was different groups. There were training ground bust-ups. I don't want to name any names, but there was. And maybe things weren't sorted out correctly in that manner, but I can't see a manager like Harry standing for any of that. Last night he's come out and said the dressing room felt good and buzzing after the game, so I'm sure that he's going to get the group all working in the same direction.
So Lee, perhaps a sense on the training field that things weren't completely in control, would you say?
Yeah,
within the squad?
When Mark first come in, the training was amazing. The lads hadn't had training like that. Eddie was the top coach. But no matter what club you're at, if you're not winning games soon, it starts to become a place that you don't want to be if you're not winning games, and that's frustrating, especially when you're down the bottom. But it was a miracle we stayed up, to be honest, but we did. And we started off the season poorly, so it's just a case of if a manager like Harry Redknapp's out there, you've got to take him. If he wasn't out there, maybe Mark would have been given more time.
Okay, well, let's take a look at QPR's remaining fixtures this year, and 4 of their next 6 games are at home. How important is it that they start winning matches at home?
how many, looking at these fixtures, how many points do you think Rangers need from these games?
I mean, it's Loftus Road. You ask any professional, it's a tough place to come and play. The next two home games, I think, are Villa and Fulham. So I think we need to win both of those. Any away game in the Premier League is tough. So the home games you need to win. You know, I see a bit of Villa last night, and you know, I really think we can beat them on Saturday. I didn't think there was much there to worry about, and I'm sure he's going to be putting that into the players. But yeah, like I said, Villa and Fulham, two massive games. A London derby coming up. So yeah, I think we need to win them too.
Can Harry keep them up?
Of course he can. We love you, Harry.
Well, we talked about strengthening with the strikers. Do you think he needs to strengthen generally?
Yeah, I think maybe he needs another defender. You know, if a couple of injuries come, they're a bit short. But like I said, priority is going to be someone who can score the goals, because we have been drawing a few blanks. You know, you're going to get the chances with the likes of Adele and Granero creating them. So yeah, I think the priority is going to be that centre forward. But yeah, maybe 2 or 3 he needs to add.
Yeah. Now we must ask you about Lake Norrie. 5 wins in a row for you in all competitions.